Hello, welcome to the first deck profile of the channel. I'm going to basically give an overall explanation and overall just layout of the deck I've been playing primarily in my locals in my hometown, Green Potions Gaming. Basically I've been playing the Gaimon Black War Greymon deck, the black red build. Nothing against the black build. I just really enjoy the red cards. So let's get to it. Okay. First off, I play one of the Coromon draw and four of the Coromon power up. I, for the longest time, was playing four of the draw Coromon and one of the power up, and for a long time I wasn't even playing the power up, but I really seen the usefulness to get Gaimon up to really high levels because in my locals, a lot Alphamon is like 5 different people play Alphamon, so it's really important to get up to those big numbers as well as Mother D Reaper, like 3 people play that thing. So I gotta make sure I get up to those big numbers to get rid of those. So for that, now next on to the rookies. I play a pretty standard lineup for the deck for rookies. I play, obviously, first off, I like to play, obviously, the 4 X antibodies. Not much to explain here if you know anything about the deck. The 4 X antibodies. The X antibody engine really gave life to this deck. I was playing it when it was just barely coming out in set 9, and realistically, well, not set 9, set 8, and Black War Gaimon really struggled. So Gaimon and the X antibody cards really gave life to this deck and made it be able to contend with some of the much more other powerful decks in the format. Next, obviously, 4, right there, of the Coromon promo. This card took forever to get, honestly. A lot of these cards are. I started off later in the game, so it took a while to get some of these cards. But my friends luckily helped me out get these cards, so I managed to have these. This card is absolutely like the perfect card you want to start off with at the beginning of the game when you first start off with your Coromon. This is the perfect card you want to start off with. For some extra draw power, I personally like 3 of the Agumon on play search. I was playing 4 for the longest time, but I don't know, maybe it's because this is the build I've been playing that I've been topping consistently in my locals with. Beforehand, this card is, I don't know, clogged too much because the X antibody lets you search as well, so searching obviously is amazing, but sometimes I just want a little more variety, so I'm playing 3 of this. That way I can make room to play 3 of the starter deck Agumon. Obviously you want the promo Agumon, but this is a good second best. It doesn't give you much power, but it gives you something. And sometimes that extra 1,000 really does make a huge, huge, huge difference. I learned that the hard way. Alright, next on to the champions. Obviously, 4 of the X antibody Greymons. This card is an absolute godsend. This card saves you so much. There's a lot of people in my locals who play red decks, and it seems like every time I hit security, I hit either Crimson Blaze or I hit Gaia Force. So luckily, this saves me so many times. I absolutely love this card. Although next, possibly him, X Antibody, and the Black Greymon are definitely the most important champions in this deck. This card makes your Gaimons and everything blocker, and blocker in this deck is so important because you can get your Gaimon to ridiculously high power, and during their turn he's blocker. Most decks can't handle that, so this card is an absolute just amazing card. Next, to the starter decks. Not much to say here. Great card if you want to if you just want to chip away your opponent's security. And I saw a lot of other Gaimon decks testing this out, and I honestly really like it. This card has helped save me, and because memory choking is a thing, so being able just to play them just for one, and then being able to set up just really, really helps out. No. Okay, next. Oh my god, this card. I wish I could play more than just four. Metal Gaimon. Oh my god, this card is just the absolute just greatest. Not only does it let you digivolve, but if you're in a weird situation, like if you're playing against Bellstar and they got those little guys, you can just, or anything really, you can just pop them and it's just great, honestly. It's really good, like, at the beginning, if you could set up quickly and have him set up with your blocker Gaimon, it's just great. I love this card so much. Next. One Altarius. It's okay. It's alright. I mean, if you don't have your X antibody Gaimon, it's a nice substitute. It's not bad. Honestly, like it a lot. Next. Metal Gaimon X Antibody. This card is super, super, I don't want to say underrated, but I feel like some people usually aren't expecting it, thanks to that X security check, and the plus 3000 is just amazing, honestly. I was playing 4 for a long time, but I wanted to make room for the Altarius, and it seems to work out. I was considering maybe trying a 2-2 split. I might try that at my next local event. Two. No explanations necessary. This card, I love this card so much. Honestly, I can't wait for. Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for the new Black or Greymon X antibody cards. Honestly, but in this deck, this card is already amazing. It blows up your tamers, could blow up other Digimon too, could restand. It's just absolutely amazing. And I got these 2 full arts for my birthday, so for my friends, my local. So thanks again, guys. 3 of the Big Daddy himself, Gaimon. What doesn't this card do? It de-digivolves, it has Blitz, Reboot. This thing is on its own. Oh my god, this thing gave so much power that this deck needed when it first was released in set 9, and honestly, I can't imagine playing any less than at least 3. Minimum 3. And finally, obviously, one Omnimon. Sometimes you can't get those last security hits, so this is a good one just to get that last hit in. Alright. Tamers, nothing too crazy. 4, Cool Boy. No switch is necessary. I'm tempted to cut down to 3, but I get paranoid when I play, and I like to have at least the maximum of this card, because when I tried playing without it, I just never saw it. When I tried playing less than 4, I never saw it, so I just like to keep it at 4. 2 ties. I'm really considering maybe cutting this down to 1 and play a 1 tie, 1 hero split, just because, like I said, a lot of people, my locals play like Alphamon and all that, so maybe just get a little more power, just especially when swinging at security. Other than if I'm playing against Mastamon, I have to worry about Chaos Degradation. Thanks to the Greymon, there's not much I have to worry about. So, focusing on getting more power is a little more necessary. Red Memory Boost. Again, no explanations necessary. Gives more consistency, more search. Love this card. Plus, memory choking again is a thing. Especially when against people play against this deck, they really, really try to play passive, so I can make a big play. So this helps out. And 1 each, Kongu and Gaia Force. Like I said, this deck, the only thing that really, really hurts me is if I'm playing against Mastamon. So luckily, Kongu really helps, and Gaia Force. Funny story. I was playing 2 Kongu for a while, but I decided to try get 1 Gaia Force just in case. If I'm playing against Grand Quag or, anything really big. I was playing against my friend who was playing Ancient Greymon. He had 2 Digimon left, an Ancient Greymon and I think an Agumon. He swung with his Ancient Greymon first. I had 1 security check left. It ended up being the Gaia Force. And then I popped his Agumon that hadn't swung yet, and he had no other Digimon left to go for game. So this honestly saved my butt, and I just can't go without running it at least at 1, minimum 1 personally. You can go with 2 Kongu, but I just really love it at 1. And that's it, honestly. Like I said, this is only the first deck profile. The deck might change over time, especially when Set 10 comes out and when Cross Heart's a thing. Obviously, I might have to start running more Black War Greymon just to get rid of all, because that deck is almost practically nothing but Tamers. So the deck's gonna change up. I might at that point when it comes out after experimenting a little while, I'll probably give an update, as well as overall if I change up the deck when I play at my locals and everything. So that's pretty much what to be expected in the future. Again, this is only the first deck profile of the channel, so if you're if you're interested, or somehow you found us, or I don't know, you think you find any of this interesting, let me go ahead, put it in the comments. I'm new to this, so go ahead, say what you want. Overall, yeah, thanks for finding the channel, and hit the like, subscribe, and have a great day.